A new game just released on the 1st of April called Content Warning. The game was developed by 5 people and published by Landfall Publishing, who some might already have heard of. They have released games like Totally Accurate Battle Simulator and Stickfight the Game. For those who are familiar with Lethal Company, this game does share a lot of similarities to that game. In short terms, these games are co-op games, both featuring both comedic and horror elements, with an amazing in-game voice chat, where the goal of the game is to reach a collection goal within a certain deadline. In Lethal Company, that is scrap or loot per se, and in Content Warning, it's views. You are playing a daring YouTuber slash content creator with dreams of going viral and becoming famous on the World Wide Web. To achieve this, you will venture down to some dark, scary places to catch some frightening moments on tape and post them on SpookTube. Based on your content, you will receive a certain amount of views, which, of course, we all know this, is what it's all about. You start every day by grabbing your video camera, go over to the shop and buy whatever you need. This might be things like different emotes, equipment like a boom mic and a clapper, and stuff like flashlights and medical equipment. When you got what you need, you take the diving bell down to the scary place and start your adventure. You will find a wide variety of monsters down there, so don't forget to always have your camera ready, as you do want to catch every scary moment on tape. A video camera has a total of 90 seconds of tape on it, so make it count. We will be honest and say we don't exactly know how the algorithm works for views when it comes to what to catch on tape or not, but the general idea is, if you see a monster, get it on tape. And if you or your friend needs to put your life on the line to create some epic content, then do it. Risk everything for those sweet 15 minutes of fame.
I need a camera! No! Holy cow!
Now, as we experienced, this game indirectly or kind of directly makes you roleplay the role of a YouTuber, as you instinctively starts to overdo everything when you see a moment worth catching on tape. No offense to any YouTubers out there, but you know it's true. Oh my god, I was just attacked by a ghost with a knife! A ghost with a knife! Look at this! Look at this, people! No! No! Sigh! But either way, it's super fun to pretend to be a spooktuber and do whatever it takes for some sweet views. After a successful run, that is, if at least one of you survived with the camera still in hand, you go back to your home, deposit the camera to get a disc containing your epic SpookTube video. Then it's time to sit down, grab some popcorn, and watch your video hit SpookTube and see those view numbers crank up. It's also a really nice touch that there will pop up comments from viewers as well, commenting on what's happening in the video or comments on the players themselves. That resulted in a lot of laughs as well.
I wonder if Max is a good friend. What perfect timing.
As with Lethal Company, you have 3 days to reach a certain number. And here, we also feel it's worth mentioning that this game might have some balancing issues when it comes to the numbers. After completing the first 3 days, you get a new goal of 45,000 views in 3 days. We found that extremely hard to do if you at some point all die and lose 1 day. Having only 2 days to get 45,000 views seemed nearly impossible to do unless you had 2 perfect runs with perfect footage, so they might need to tune that down a bit or redo some of the systems to make it more fair in case you actually die. But take into account that this might just be because we don't fully understand the mechanics of the views yet, but we felt it was worth mentioning anyway. Hey, Future me here. It turns out you can actually find your old equipment where you last died, and in that way pick up the video camera to turn it in at home. So even if you all die, you don't necessarily lose that day's worth of content. Now that is nice to know. As of right now, there is only one style of places to go down to, though there are a lot of different variants of this tile set. There are also a lot of variety in the monsters you encounter, which keeps it very interesting. It's worth mentioning that this game does give access to mods in the same way that Lethal Company does. And even if the game is newly released, there are actually already active modders making new content to the game. As a first impression, we think this game's concept is just genius, as well as really well crafted. The idea of being a YouTuber, risking it all for that one viral hit, those juicy 15 minutes of fame, to the extent that you are actually risking your life for it, just comes off as really satirical, and we love that. The fact that we, without realizing it at first, started to manufacture scares and overdoing our reactions when using the camera just shows you that this game really hits the mark. Lethal Company was and is a great success even today, and we don't see any reason why this one would be any worse. The concept is genius, the comedy is great, the scares could be a bit better, but overall this game is really well crafted. And the fact it's open for modding, this just opens up endless of possibilities. As we have seen with Lethal Company, the modders out there are absolutely insane when it comes to creating content. So at the end of the day, this is a game we can absolutely recommend to everyone who wants to have some fun with friends, to act out their dreams of becoming famous YouTubers, and who wants to put their life on the line doing so. Hopefully the dev team behind this game see the potential in this game and keep working on it, and with the help of all the amazing modders out there, keeps this game alive and fresh. It deserves no less. And the fact that all these compliments comes from a Norwegian to a group of Swedish developers and a Swedish publisher, now that is a testament to how good it is. I made it, but all my friends are dead. Fuck. Don't forget to like and subscribe and all that.